Hey guys, this is Jessica Gutierrez with Clean With Me podcast. This is a podcast where I walk you through cleaning your house step by step. So let's clean together. Hey guys, happy Sunday. So this is a day where I'm not going to lie, I'm starting the podcast in a Starbucks coffee drive-through. And I'm trying to get motivated today. Having trouble doing so, but that's okay. We're going to get motivated together and we're going to get ready to clean together. So let's get right to it. It's going to be a 20-minute rescue. We're going to just focus on dishes for 10 minutes, and then the rest of it's going to be just straightening up the house. And then we're going to focus on one area of the house that really, really needs attention, whatever that means to you. We're going to focus on one hot spot in your house. But this is essentially just a straightening. It's just a 20-minute episode. So this would be good to listen to before going out of the house or whatever you have to do, work, school, etc. Or just driving your kids around if you have big kids. Before we get started, my very overpriced Starbucks order that I treat myself with sometimes on podcast days. You guys probably don't care, but if you do, it's a grande ice white mocha with vanilla sweet cream cold foam on it, and I put an extra shot of espresso in there because it is super sweet and I need the extra shot of espresso. So it's super good, and you can make it at home I make the cold foam in, like, I have a magic bullet, and I put heavy whipping cream and a little bit of vanilla creamer. There's probably other ways to make it, and I just, like, pulverize it in the magic bullet, and that makes the cold foam. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's start a load of laundry. Do a laundry switch quickly. Take your clothes out of the dryer, put them in the laundry basket. If you have anything in your washer, go ahead and move that to the dryer. That's what we call a laundry switch. If you're new here, I usually walk you through cleaning your house. On Wednesdays, I do a full hour cleaning step-by-step walkthrough. On Sundays, I just do a 20-minute walkthrough. I always start with laundry because that way at the end of the episode, we could switch the loads of laundry. So while you're doing your laundry switch, I know that my last few episodes have not been the best quality. I've been having super big issues with my phone regarding the storage. I had way too many things on my phone, and then my daughter would get a hold of it when I wasn't looking and download stuff. She learned how to download stuff, my 3-year-old. And then my phone would go into this, what it's called, a boot loop, where it just goes on the Apple logo and doesn't ever come off of it. And usually I'm able to get it out of it by troubleshooting, but this time I had to do a hard reset of my entire phone. So that was great. I lost all my pictures, all my contacts. I had some stuff uploaded to the cloud, but that's why I've been having technical issues, and that's why the podcast hasn't been the best quality. Well, there's two reasons. One, I've been having issues with my phone. Be doing your laundry switch and finishing that up. And then when you're done with that, move on to the kitchen and start unloading your dishwasher. But yeah, move on to your kitchen. Start unloading your dishes, whether that be from your dishwasher or your drying rack if you don't have a dishwasher. I do not have one. And we're going to make room for those clean dishes. We're going to make the dishes a priority today because, to me, if you're doing a quick rescue of your house, you want your priority to be the dishes and just the outer areas mostly. That's, well, for me anyway, definitely the dishes. Make those a priority for sure. So whenever you're done with that, go ahead and start doing a thorough pre-rinsing of your dishes. If you do not have a garbage disposal, like I don't just, dispose of the food however you do, whether that's in the trash or whatever, the leftovers or whatever food that's on your dishes, take it outside, throw it in the trash, whatever it is you do, but do a very thorough pre-rinsing of your dishes. even if you don't finish your dishes, it's very important that you at least pre-rinse them. That way we're not just making our lives harder and, letting nasty dishes grow mold and, so we want to get them at least thoroughly pre-rinsed. And not making excuses for myself, I promise, but okay, I am. I'm kind of making excuses for myself. But also, my usual headset snapped in half, so that's why it's been a little bit scratchy. Also, I have a new one on order, but I have to use kind of a basic headset, which makes it a little bit like it picks up all the little noises and stuff like that. So my voice is a little bit scratchy. I think I mentioned the fiasco of when I took my kids to the doctor. I really wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting them to both be positive for things. It was definitely a bummer, to say the least. But they're doing great. They're doing a lot better, actually. They still, have runny noses and low-grade fevers every now and again, but they're actually doing really good. They're not really fussy. They're fighting a lot, punching each other in the face a lot. So, that's always a good sign. They're not normal if they're not punching each other in the face. So that means they're well and they're doing better. So as long as they're still fighting, I know that they are in good health. I'm talking about my daughters. They got diagnosed with, one had coronavirus and one had RSV when I took them to the doctor, and I thought we were over it. So it was a super big bummer. But anyway, while you guys are working hard on the dishes and trying to knock those out really quickly, I'm just going to talk I talk a lot about, making lists and planning and prepping to clean, but I don't talk a lot about, seizing the moment and just using little things that happen throughout your day to motivate you to clean. So today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that. For example, this is specific to me, but let's say your dog rips something up or your kid dumps out some laundry detergent, as I posted online. You guys saw that my 1-year-old did that. Same thing could apply to a pet chewing something up, whatever. And you have to get up, say you're watching a show or doing something unproductive, and you have to get up and clean said mess that your kids made or whatever. I had to go pick up the laundry detergent that was spilled onto the floor, and I already had a towel with an adequate amount of laundry detergent for a load, and so what I pretty much, what am I going to do? Just throw the towel in the laundry basket? No, I did a load of laundry. And then while I was up doing a load of laundry, I was like, you know what? I'm already up. I'm already doing stuff now. She already interrupted my TV time or whatever. I might as well, clean up around the house. And this works for me. Just, if you're already up and doing stuff, just tell yourself, it's all about tricking your brain, like always. But just tell yourself, I'm already up, I'm already doing stuff, I already, was interrupted, so now I'm going to just go ahead and clean, my outer areas and just pick everything up. Might as well, right? Your dog chews up a toy and it's all over the living area and you have to sweep it up anyway. You might as well clean the floors in your entire house, or same thing with, if you already have something out, say your kids spill something on the couch and you have to spot clean the spot off the couch because they spilled something on your couch. Well, you already have the spot cleaner, the, carpet cleaner out, so you might as well clean every spot that's on your floor in your living area, and go around spot cleaning, stuff like that. Just seize the moment, seize the opportunity to clean in every moment, every time, you're interrupted, and it may seem why I'm so irritated right now that, they interrupted me. I was in the middle of whatever, and now I have to get up and do such and such. Well, while you're up, try cleaning one thing or straightening one thing. Just make it a rule for yourself. And I know that it's not much time, and no judgment if you're not done with your dishes. I usually allow for a lot more time, but since this is a speed cleaning, straightening rescue episode, I'm going to quickly move on to wiping down and stuff. So if you're not done with your dishes and you want to go ahead and finish, go ahead, pause me, rewind me, whatever you want to do, but I'm going to go ahead and move on to wiping down. So just quickly clear surfaces in your kitchen, put everything away where it goes, and then do a thorough, just quick wipe down of your entire kitchen. Just wiping down surfaces, wipe down underneath your appliances and stuff like that. Just quickly I use Clorox wipes for this. Wipe down your high chairs, your coffee tables, your chairs. Just quickly wipe down as many surfaces as you possibly can in the short time allotted to you. But anyway, while you're wiping down, I just figured I've been talking a lot about, timing yourself to clean, writing lists and stuff like that. But there's a lot of opportunities in just your everyday, because a lot of times I get caught in the funk where I'm just really into like a show or something, and I'm just not being productive at all that day. And then there's a time where I'm interrupted by someone or something, and I'm forced to get up and do something. And I've been trying to seize those moments and clean, and I just clean whatever area I'm forced to go into. So say my kids in between meals, how annoying is it when they ask for, very messy snacks in between meals? Well, for example, you're already in the kitchen, might as well straighten up the kitchen while you're in there. So I would make them a snack, and while I'm in there, I have to clean up after myself, which that's another thing. Try to clean up after yourself. That'll make less work for you. But it's not always possible. I get that. But say you make them a snack, then you pick up after yourself, making that snack, and then you would then pick up in the kitchen area and just, straighten your kitchen area because you're already in there. Stuff like that. That's what I mean by like seizing the opportunity and using irritations and interruptions to just, help keep your house clean. Just continue wiping down while I'm talking, but obviously we all deserve some actual leisure days, some days where, we actually do relax and we don't seize the opportunity and clean while we're supposed to be relaxing. I'm not saying that to never relax, but I'm saying if you're like me and lately you've been doing a little too much relaxing and not enough productivity, I mentioned before, like when you're watching your favorite show, say you're really into a show, use that time to get caught up on your laundry and, do a bunch of loads of laundry and just be folding, and then pause it, put the clothes away, come back, fold some more clothes, and that way you're being productive while you're not being productive, things like that. And just kind of work that into your everyday schedule, and that way it'll become a habit. Once you start doing things every day, it becomes a habit, and then, you don't even think about it. You're just always, like now, every time I'm engrossed in a show, I'm folding clothes. So once you're done with your quick wipe down of your entire kitchen area, go ahead and just do a quick spot sweep. That way we're not tracking anything to the living area, and then we're going to quickly move on to our living areas because we don't have much time to do our straightening area. We're going to go ahead and after you do that spot sweep, we're going to get our cushions. We're going to fix our cushions. We're not going to look underneath our couches or under our cushions right now because we're just doing a quick straightening. We're trying to get out the door. And we're going to fix our cushions, fluff our cushions, make sure they look nice, fix our pillows, just make it look nice, and then do a pickup of your living areas, pick up any toys, anything that's glaringly, out of place, if you have stuff accumulated on your coffee table. And, say you have a maybe you have a hot spot in your living area. Maybe there's an area where your kids have accumulated a bunch of stuff because they've been hanging out in like a certain area of your house if you have kids. Or you have been like nesting in a certain area of your house. So there's like plates, cups. Hopefully you dealt with that during the kitchen time. But if not, maybe there's like an area where you've been chilling, watching TV or, on your phone or wherever, where there's like a bunch of stuff like accumulated, a hot spot in your living area. Maybe try to tackle that during this time. Whatever area is the most glaring and the most obvious, whatever looks the worst, because we're just trying to do a straightening, which means we're trying to make the house look nice in the quickest, in the least amount of time, so do whatever looks the worst and tackle that. So if you have a major hotspot in your living area, clean that first and try to get as much of that done as you possibly can during this time. But those of you that are in the same stage of life as me are like, you guys know that toddlers get into everything, and those create a lot of opportunities to clean. Like, for instance, when my daughter got into the refrigerator and unwrapped 4 sticks of butter, that was an opportunity to clean out my refrigerator. And I saw that it needed a thorough wipe down because I had to get rid of some butter that she put on a surface that wasn't clean. And I was like, why isn't the surface clean? I better, clean out this refrigerator. And then that kind of forced me to clean out my refrigerator. So, stuff like that. Use those opportunities to, advance your cleaning. Once you've picked up, hopefully you still have those Clorox wipes handy. This only applies if you have little kids, because you probably don't have to wipe down your living area during a quick rescue if you live alone or you have an adult household. But if you have a household with a bunch of kids in it, you probably have little sticky fingers all over your TV stand, TV table situation, whatever it may be in your house. So you can quickly wipe down with your Clorox wipes if that needs it. If you're like me and you have a lot of sickness in your house, you might want to go around with some Lysol, with some disinfecting wipes, and just disinfect all the surfaces that during your straightening that get the most action, like doorknobs, light switches, stuff like that. That way the sickness isn't spreading. Because, like in my situation, obviously my kids are all over each other. They're probably going to get each other's illnesses. They probably already have. But you just don't want to spread it. I have to go for a supply run sometimes. I've been very lucky in the fact that I have a lot of people that are willing to bring stuff to me. And so many people have been so helpful to me during this time and this situation. And I'm so grateful for that, because I haven't had to go out into the world that much. And I've been trying to limit that. Obviously I don't want to spread my sickness. So hopefully you're done just straightening, quickly picking up everything in your outer areas. Let's go ahead and move on to the bathroom and just quickly straighten that before we leave. Move any dirty laundry to your laundry basket. Maybe move that to the laundry area, your laundry room, if you will. If you have one. I have a laundry area. It's behind my couch. And just get all the dirty laundry out, and then just quickly put stuff away. If you have clutter on your countertops, go ahead and put that underneath the sink where it goes, and just put, stuff away. If you have makeup, hair straighteners, whatever may be out, just quickly straighten that before we leave the house. And do a quick wipe down. We're not doing a deep clean. We're just doing a quick wipe down. Grab some, Clorox wipes and just do a quick wipe down of your mirror and your sink and everything. And just do a quick pickup of your floor. And if it needs it, just a quick little sweep. But we're not going to get too far into it. And then before we finish off, I want you guys to try, if you have time today, to tackle one major hotspot in your house. Think of the area that's been accumulating the most junk, and I want you to just spend 5 to 10 minutes in that area today. And if you have time, just make that a goal. Tackle one hotspot today, and just set a timer and just do 10 minutes in that hotspot. But before we go, I want to go ahead and go into our rooms after we straighten our bathroom. Go ahead and finish straightening the bathroom. And I'll just talk about, I want to give you guys a couple seconds to do that. Just, put everything where it goes. And if you need to wipe down the toilet, do that. But, it's just a straightening, so it's probably not necessary. But once you're done with that, I want you guys, before we end this episode, to at least make your bed. If you haven't already made your bed today, we're not going to clean sheets or anything, but I want you guys to just go ahead and make your bed. It's always nice to come to bed to a made bed, when it's time to go to bed. I just said bed like 18 times, but, it's nice to come home to your bed being made, and it really... It just makes you more productive, I feel like, if you make your bed at the beginning of the day. So if you have not already, go ahead and do that before we end this episode. And I just want to thank you guys for listening. If you don't follow me already on Clean With Me Podcast on Facebook, it's at Clean With Me Podcast on Facebook and Instagram. And also I have an art page at Jessica's Custom Work. Right now, the podcast and my art is my only source of income, so if you haven't checked out my art page, I really would appreciate you checking it out and just seeing. I do like custom shoes, custom paintings. I do have a specific style. To me, it looks a little bit, it's realistic, but also a little bit cartoony. I have a very specific style, so if you check it out, you'll see what it is. You'll see if you like it. If you do, DM me. I'm very reasonably priced. And I'll get you, whatever you want, whether it's custom bands or a portrait, or I even do custom masks. Not that many people want custom masks. I know there's a lot of options now. When the pandemic first started, that's actually what started my art stuff, was that I was doing custom masks for people because there wasn't any custom options yet. I know now everywhere there is stuff in Walmart and stuff, but say you have a specific logo or a business that's your own and you don't, you can't get it anywhere else, or instead of paying for it to be screen printed and it's, expensively screen printed, if I hand draw it or paint it with fabric paint or markers, it'll last a lot longer and it won't peel off than, if there's just because I actually had a client that she got some masks made, from a screen printer, and then she washed them and she said that it lasted longer. The one that I hand drew and painted with the fabric stuff lasted longer. But anyway, enough about that. Also, I have a Patreon. I will put the link in the description. That is how you financially support the podcast. If you're interested in that, I'll put the link in the description. And I just do, little behind the scenes of my life on that. And that is a way we keep the podcast going. I couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you so much for those who already support. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate the new supporters and the old supporters alike. You guys are my rock, and that was super corny, but I really appreciate you guys so much. You have no idea. But as always, happy cleaning and happy Sunday.